is your twin flame and how can you safely identify your true twin flame? Why do I say true twin flame? Because many people move through false twin flame experience. And in this video, I will guide you in the understanding of what a true twin flame really is and give you some tools that you can use to identify them. I am a twin flame coach. I'm a student of Twin Flame Universe and I'm in union with my twin flame. And if you need support on your journey to manifest your twin flame union, you find all of my links in the description below. And if you're really committed to manifest your twin flame union, you can subscribe to the channel because I post content like this every single week to help you manifest your union with the teaching of unions from Twin Flame Universe and my personal experiences and challenges in healing and manifesting my own union. So going back to the topic. Your true twin flame is your divine counterpart that has been created with you, for you by God. And so the reason why all of us, we dream of true love and, we all grew up, at least that was the case for me, with the idea of finding our person, it's because that is something that our heart knows it exists because it was placed there by God. And the reason why it's because God wants you to have it because it has been created by God for you. What does it mean? It means that each person, each one of us, and yes, there are no exceptions, every single person on earth and everywhere in the universe as a twin flame because we are all created the same. It means that there is a person that has everything that you ever desire in a partner in them, and you are everything that they will ever desire in a partner. So once you understand what a twin flame actually is, how do you find them? How do you recognize them? So because your twin flame literally is you, it's you in another body, it means that if you don't see yourself clearly, if you don't know who you are at the core, you will never really be able to find them, to recognize them. This is why the process of revealing a twin flame, it's a revealing process. It's a process that you take on your own by healing yourself and knowing yourself deeply, because while you do the healing, you discover yourself, who you truly are at the core, because the healing is meant to release everything that is not you, everything that is fake. And by doing healing after healing, block after block, wound after wound, you find who you are underneath those blocks, underneath the fake things that we have been told about who we are and the fake things that people told us about ourselves. In the healing process, you find out who you are underneath all the blocks and the projections and the lies that were told around ourselves. That's why it's an inner journey. It's an inner healing process of discovering ourselves. In the process of discovering ourselves and healing ourselves, we understand also our core values and who we truly are, in our skills, right? Because when we move through challenges that the universe puts us through in our twin flame journey, we see how we react, how we choose, how we move through this. And by doing that, we see, oh, wow, I really am this person. And we understand who we are by moving through challenges, by seeing how we react, how we respond, how we choose to show up for the things that come up. And that's how you understand who you are. And also you understand what is important for you. Because you are able to go deep into your whole life, the things that you've done, and see where that's not aligned to you. That's how you discover who you truly are, by seeing what is not you and seeing what is you. In this process of realizing who you are, you get to the core, well, not to the core, but let's say it's an endless process of knowing ourselves, but you get to a good point in which you can see yourself clearly, like your true self. And the moment that you can see yourself clearly, that's when you're also able to see your twin flame clearly. Whether you have met them or not, it doesn't matter. And this is the journey that brings you to realize who your true twin flame is, when you realize who you are, because your twin flame will have your same dreams, desires, and characteristics, and not characteristics, but let's say, when you say, I am like this because this is so important for me and I want that person to be like that as well, you will know that if they have that, you will know that your twin flame will have that same characteristic because it's so important for you. And so, the process of realizing who your true twin flame is the process of inner healing and therefore self-discovering once that you move through the blocks of the lies and you find who you truly are. And in this process, you get to know yourself. And you come to a point where it is very clear who you are and what is important for you. And when you get to that point, when you get to a point when you really are clear with yourself and what you really want, that's when I suggest to write a love list. And your love list is basically the person that you desire to be, the person that is in your heart, that your twin flame. And in this process, now I will say how to do it, how to write it, what you have to do. But in this process, really don't hold back. You write every single thing that it's important for you, every single thing that your dream partner has, because your dream partner is your twin flame. And if you don't write down all of the things that you desire in a person, you will not find your twin flame. When you're writing your love list, you don't have to settle into the things that you've seen in the role, because they were not your twin flame. So you cannot base on what you've seen outside of you, because that would mean basically not finding your twin flame. Your twin flame is in your heart. Therefore, you have to go in your heart and to tune in with the desire of the person that you wish to have in your life. What is your dream partner like? What are their core values, their qualities? And I'm talking about, and please let go of any physical characteristics, right? It's not about that, because the point is to go in your heart. So how is your dream partner? And again, you gotta be wild here. You can express every dream and desire that you have that is true to your heart. So not like something like, for example, I would say, oh, okay, he has to be tall, blonde, and super rich. Like, you understand that's not the point, right? But if those things seem important to you, what is it that is really important? For example, being rich or wealthy. Okay, so maybe it's because you want to experience a wealthy life. Therefore, you want somebody that has your same vision about money and about how they want to live their life and what they want to create for themselves. Right? It's important to have somebody that has the same vision. Otherwise, how do you proceed in the years with that person if they don't match your vision of life, right? And so when there are these things that you think about, okay, he has to be like this, like that, okay, try to go to the core of that. So first recommendation when you write your love list, don't settle for anything that is not your real desire, because otherwise that's not your twin flame and so you cannot find them. You have to really think about, how do I desire my perfect person to be? For example, being compassionate, being gentle, being treating you the way that you deserve to be treated, right? Being loving, supporting, right? All of these things. Like, so not only the qualities of who they are, but also core values. What is important for you is what is also important for them. And vision for life, meaning how you would like to experience your life with them. What would you like to do together? Maybe is it traveling the world, or building your life purpose together, or like working in a certain way, having a certain lifestyle. This is very important for you to get clear on, so that you can recognize your twin flame, because anybody that doesn't match these things, it's not your twin flame. That's why I'm saying it's very important that you go into your heart and you find the core characteristics and values that are within your heart, because that is the person that God is telling you that is your twin flame. If you don't get really honest about yourself and really clear with these things, you cannot find them. That's what I'm saying. Let go of any idea of, oh, but this man doesn't exist, this person said, no, it does exist. That's your twin flame. Get wild, write down all the desires that you have about the person, because that is your twin flame. The second important thing that I said is to go to the core of it and not stay on the outside idea. For example, oh, I want him to be vegetarian. What does it mean actually? Why is it important for him to be vegetarian? Is it because you care about animals and therefore maybe somebody sensible with animals, or is it because you care about health and so it's somebody that cares about health, right, as well, of their body, that wants to treat themselves in the same way as you care about treating yourself? So try to go to the core and not staying on this superficial level and outside things, because that will block you from seeing your true twin flame. And so, to summarize what I said until now, you proceed in your journey, in your healing, without really worrying about who your true twin flame is until it's revealed. It's a revealing process. And so you will proceed in your healing journey to find your true self, who you are, the core, removing all of that is not you. Once that you find yourself, you're able to really see you for who you truly are, and that will allow you to see your true twin flame. Then it's important that every time that you realize what is important for you, you write it on your love list. And this love list, like you can keep it for the rest of your life. Like, you can grow and always grow. I always keep it updated whenever I find new things that I don't like and that I wish to have. I always update it. So your love list, you can keep it for the rest of your life and always update it, because that will give you even more clarity, right, while you proceed. And then the third thing, very important, once that you are exploring somebody as your twin flame, or you think that they're your twin flame or whatever, you gotta keep doing the same thing, meaning that you keep doing the healing consistently. And here is where you will be revealed eventually, when you are exploring your connection with somebody, when you are moving through things with the person that you think it's a twin flame, because you always choose as one. Being the same consciousness, it means that you take the same choice at the same time. It may look different on the other side or whatever, but you're taking the same core choice, and they always reflect back to you your healing. They are a mirror, which means that they cannot reflect something that it's not within you. If you proceed in your healing and they keep let's say the things don't shift, don't change, don't reflect back the healing to you, it means that they are not your twin flame. It's that simple. And I'm not saying that it, you do a mirror and you see what happens, and say, no, this is a process of revealing. It's something that you continue to explore and find out. And so the more you proceed with the healing, the more you stay true to yourself, the more you stay consistent with the healing and to do the mirror exercise, no matter what comes, the more this person will be revealed as true twin flame or not. With my true twin flame, I already knew it was him from the beginning, because I did a lot of work before, and I got very clear on who was my person. And when I compared him to my love list, that was like very long, like 5 pages, like either he was covering a lot of things or he was growing to those things for most of things. So I was pretty much sure. But the more we got deeper into each other, the more we moved through upsets and blocks, and the more we got to know each other about our past and stuff, we could really realize that we were true twin flames. But again, this is a process that always deepens and always gives you confirmation, because a false twin flame would fall away your life. Like a false twin flame eventually is revealed. Like a true twin flame, there is only one person. If it's not that person, it will be revealed. It will fall apart. So don't worry if you are not sure yet. Just keep doing it. Keep doing your healing. Keep persisting, and that person will be revealed, either as a false twin flame or a true twin flame. Oh, and the last thing that I want to say about the love list is that it doesn't matter if your twin flame doesn't match all of the points of your love list, but a good 80%, 90% is already good. And you can see if there are points where they're not there yet, but they are growing to that, or they have it within themselves, so because you recognize that in them. So that's also important, not to say, oh, they're not doing this, that, and so that. No, be very understanding also of the situation. And your twin flame, you know them from the heart, and therefore you will see their heart, and you will see them clearly, and you will be able to see those things in your love list, even though it's not fully actualized yet, right? So I think that is it. I think this gives you enough support to help you on your identification of your true twin flame. If you need extra support with that, please ask questions. And yeah, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.